Well, I just finished editing the vlog now, and that is done. And so then I just was looking at my phone cameras, and it looks like they're on the lenses over here where it records from. It looks like it's actually got several cracks on the case and stuff like that. So I'm presuming when my phone fell a few times while recording the unboxing, it kind of cracked that. But when looking at the video, I can't see any cracks or issues with the filming of it, other than for the fact that this one just does not focus on anything for the life of it unless you actually tell it to focus on certain things, unless it's recording unboxings, in which case it works perfectly fine for some reason. So I'm not going to worry about that. There is a replacement camera cover that I can use. So now this here is processing, so then I'll minus this, put this to this side. I already have YouTube up here so I don't forget about it. And then so I was thinking, just before I get work done, I'm just going to, for one or two items, just for the fun of it, because why not, I'm going to go through a couple of items on my lists, probably starting with this one right here, and then just add the dimensions for it, because this here is, I searched, I don't think it shows here, but as you can see, this one here doesn't have its packing dimensions. And so then I've got 182 items in my inventory that don't have packing dimensions, and then there is also 6 that don't have weights, although for these ones here I'm not sure exactly what I'll do. This one here, there's other Aquaman, I can just copy the size from, because it's not any different. It's the exact same minifigure, just a different print. And this one here, one of them has it but not the other one, unless I sold the one, I can't remember. But I'm not sure if I want to adjust the weights on some of these things, just because, like, for example, this one here has multiple marks and discoloration and damage and stuff like that. So if I had the weight for it, that could just be an inaccurate weight, but it better than nothing, I guess. But then if it's already got a weight, then people in the future might not want to add something and stuff like that. So I'm just going to see if I can add some of these dimensions to the catalog real quick. Well, I'm on my last 2 minifigures from the one lot from a while ago, and for the life of me I can't find SH167. It's a Iron Man minifigure, Mark 43. I have no quantity available, and I've looked through this 3 times now and I can't find him, and I've looked through the superheroes on that one and I can't find him, or the card, I mean. And so yeah, he's probably in one of these other rows now, so that is a bit weird and unique for sure that I can't find him. And of course, it was in the one place that I have had this issue many times with the waiting to rebuild pile. It was just in that pile because I sold them and stuff. So that has slipped by me multiple times in the past, and it has happened again. So it's always interesting when that happens, but at least it's found, so I can try and find one complete copy of him in good condition, hopefully, and get him relisted. I also need to find his blue leg things, and then also his 1x1 not tile plates for his hands. And weirdly enough, I think that I might not have, because I did sell all of my 1x1 plates in transparent blue in used condition, at least. So I'm not sure if I will have any in new condition. What's that? That's a definition of incomplete, I guess. Wow. Let's see here. Do I have any of these? I might have them in new condition. Let's see. Oh, I do still have some in used condition. What? I thought I sold all of them. Who knows? So I guess, oh, I'm okay. I sold my other used condition version of it. I had one that was used condition. Some damaged ones might have slipped through from when I listed a huge amount of them in one go, and so those ones all sold. But yeah, these ones I still have, so I should hopefully be able to rebuild them. My goal is to hopefully at least, oh, I accidentally hit the keyboard with the light. But my goal is to at least get above 16,000 lots for sale tonight, so I should be able to hit that goal, hopefully. I just processed a couple orders, got these ones relisted here, and then with this container of neckwear, I remembered I just had a container of neckwear right here, so I'm just going to dump it into here. I have no idea why there is a head here. I'm just going to put it loose up here. Actually, no, I'll just put this where it would go. This is a blocked open head. It's a pirate head too, but the drawer is too full, so I'll put it in there. And so then the neckwear drawer is now empty and stuff, because that's from other times it filled up. I just put it in here because I never actually ended up getting around to listing it, which is not a good thing to do because it's good to actually list that stuff. But that's there. And so now I've got a container here. So then for the eBay cards, I'll put 4 minifigures per container, then print out the label, put it in here, then put the next on top, and then at the very end, then I'll get scissors out and start cutting up everything and stuff like that. So that's done now. I processed the few orders that were here. Put those cards over there. This is the container of minifigures ready to list on eBay. It's getting quite full, so I'll put this here. But now it is time to start processing these containers here, and there is a lot of goodies in these containers. So yeah, I'm going to be getting quite a lot listed. I'm probably honestly going to start with this one here because I think this one actually has more goodies than this one, although I did take out a lot of the goodies from here and put them in here. So yeah, then we'll see how much I can get listed, but I honestly probably might just dump both of them out. A minifigure's a bit farther away, so then I'll just make a little bit more room over here, and I'll put these right here if I can. No, that's too much effort. I don't want to put that much effort into balance those. I'll set these right here. Then I'll just grab this carefully from here. And so then I'm going to dump these out, these here out over here. And then the other ones somewhere around here. So then I'm going to quickly pause. I'll be right back as soon as it's dumped out. So it's all now dumped out. I put some animals around the base of the scale so that the minifigures wouldn't go underneath. And so then it's the minifigures on this side and all of the parts and stuff on this side. What I am going to do is grab the container from over here. This here's where I put all of the parts in earlier when I was first going through this. And then I'm also going to just set these right here for now. And then going to carefully move these containers that have to be processed up here just so that they are out of the way a little bit. And this drawer can go away. I didn't check to see if anything was missing remarks, but it's drawer 437 and it's on camera now. So if I check back later, I know where it is. So that's there, done. And I'm not going to move this because I have a feeling I'm going to be needing it a lot. And then I can push this back a little bit and to the side over here, and I'll move this drawer up here as well. This here is the generic parts or parts that I didn't want to list from the last lot, so those are just everywhere. These ones I'm going to just set right here. They are relisted, but I want to wait till I have more before I start putting them away, so I'll just move them over here. Then I'll just keep these small bags over here because these ones I use for just minifigures that I list on Bricklink. I mostly lately I've been doing that with city minifigures and stuff like that just because there's so many parts, might as well get more lots for sale. Then I'm going to just put this container of stuff into the corner, although I do still need to go through some of these bags, but it's not an absolutely final container thing there, so I'll just put that there, and then I'll just start going through all of this stuff here. There's a lot of cool stuff to get through. And this is why it's a good idea to test out clips on saddles and stuff like that, because this one here, I just tested out the clips and both of them broke. And since this part is reddish brown, it's a high chance that since the clips broke instantly on first pressure applied with a bar being added, it's highly likely that this is reddish brown. So if I were to ship this out, it would almost guaranteed break in shipping. I'm just curious if I apply a little bit more pressure. Yeah, you can see that. Wow, that one is definitely brittle brown. So this one is going right into the garbage and is not going to be sold. I had a bad feeling about that one. And then I was just thinking, I might just go ahead and in settings, from get affordable shipping, I might just change that to cheap shipping because that's less words. So the banner thing will go across further, faster. So cheap shipping across Canada. I think that is slightly better than saying affordable. So then I'll go here and then go shop. And yeah, now it says cheap shipping. So I think that'll be slightly better. So yeah, just a quick progress update is that I'm now back above 16,000 lots. It's not easy to stay above 16,000 lots, I'm telling you, and stuff. So now stuff keeps falling off whenever I try to grab the next batch of stuff to process. So now next up is this one. I just basically have a few things here. I have the legs to check torsos for cracks and stuff like that. Then I've got these, which I'm waiting for the parts, which I do know are in here somewhere. Then I have the bricks that were mixed in, and then I have the minifigures that I'm not listing now and just go into the different drawers. So then I basically just grab a small handful. Then what I first do is I separate minifigure parts. So that one is in poor condition. It's a cool shield thing, so I'll put it in with that stuff. So this one here I will keep on the side. So basically I put minifigure parts, I'll separate that later, and parts that I want to list up here, and then the rest of the parts I just keep down here. And then once I'm done with a certain group of parts, and I think this is worth a little bit, not too much, but a little bit, and then once I'm done with a group of parts that I take, then I first just grab all of the basic parts and put them in here, and then I separate what I want to list from what minifigure parts I don't, and then I put those ones over there, and then I go ahead and list, and I just rinse and repeat, and it works pretty well. So yeah, just slowly chipping away at the pile. This won't be something that'll be listed too fast, it'll take a while. Here's two more of them. I know there's a fourth one in here somewhere right here, and these do have the copyright symbol on them. I saw it inside of the gap thing here. So that is real Lego, so I will have to get to listing that and stuff. So yeah, just a quick progress update report thingamajiggy. Alright, so I just photographed the part, and for once, I don't think I'm going to ask the farms for if it's the right color, because I'm 90% sure this time that it is the right color or anything or whatever it is. This definitely looks like pearl gold this time. So this time here, it looks darker in person almost than it does on the phone. On the phone, it looks brighter for some reason. Huh. I wonder if it... Yeah, it almost looks like it does in person in my hand right now as it does in person. Although in person, it looks brighter than it does in my hand. It's just, who knows. But yeah, this here looks good. And so then I tried using, to somewhat of an extent, it's not the exact same, but similarly how the other ones were photographed at the angle. It's not exactly the same, but I'm pretty happy with it. So this here is uploaded, and now I can get back to listing for another 15 to 20 minutes or so. So I just listed the Inquisitor helmet for 40 bucks because that's about what it goes for right now. So that is nice to see that it's still steady at about that price. So I haven't checked yet actually as to what his torso and armor is going for. His torso is probably going to be cheaper than his armor. So his torso about 10 to 30 bucks, not bad there. Few listed in Canada, so probably not too close to that $30 mark, closer to the 10 to 15 most likely. And the armor, which I have never had before, 104 available, so that's not promising. Well, 25 to 50 bucks, not bad at all. About $30 in Canada is what it's selling for. 26, 27. People are asking on the higher end, so honestly, not bad for those. So those, just his helmet, his armor, and his torso, plus a little bit, well, just say those things. So let's say 40 plus 30 plus 15. I'm bad at math, so 40 plus 30 plus 15. So that'd be 85 bucks, and this lot was 300 USD. So 412. So 412 minus or divided by, I already forget the numbers, like 75 or something. So I did it backwards. 75 divided by 312. So about 24%, excluding shipping costs and import costs. It's about 24% of the money back from just 3 bricks. So can't complain on any of that. Calling it a day now and stuff. So yeah, this here's what's left. Just got a little bit listed. I'll put this one drawer away. This dinosaur's legs were dirty, or like there's a whole bunch of dirt and gunk in the one leg, so that was washed. So that is going to dry overnight and then be listed tomorrow. So great progress being made. Just getting to work, and I got 2 things in the mail today. One was a returned package that I refunded a long time ago. It's weird. I looked at the address, and it looks like it's the same as the person's address. I just copy and paste addresses, so it's not like I typed it wrong or something like that. Can't see the entire address because there's an X on it, but it looks right, and the person's got lots of feedback, and I knocked something off the table. The buyers got lots of feedback for that address and everything like that. So I honestly have no idea what's wrong with that. But I already refunded them, so at least I've got the parts back in the mail. I'm just gonna set the phone down and take it out. It's a couple of torsos and stuff like that. Like, this is a real expensive torso. This one's getting expensive, and this was like a $40 or $50 order. So at least I got it back in the mail. I messaged the buyer and asked them what they want to do. If they still want the parts, they could replace the order or something like that. Then I got one from France. It was just some more Dark Pink Spaceman parts and stuff. So that's all good there. Excuse me. And then I got my last package arrive at my shipping forwarding company. So now I am going to get that sorted out. And then after that, I guess it's just back to listing all the cool minifigure parts. Time. All right, so I'm not sure if I said it not yet or not, but I now ended up ordering the light diffusion box. That might be a Lord of the Rings torso, an orc head, and some clone trooper legs. Although I can't say I've seen that torso so many times. But I've now ordered the new light box. The other one, which I had, was just too small from other ones. So this one, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go bigger than I probably need it. So I ordered a 2-foot by 2-foot light box. So that is basically from the edge of the table all the way to like here, and then from like right here all the way to the back, and it's like this tall or something like that. So it's quite big. It's got 6 lights in it, so I shouldn't have to worry about when taking photos for Bricklink, not having it properly lit up and stuff like that. And so hopefully it should be good, and the lights are fully adjustable and everything like that, so that's nice. So that's sorted out. Then I've now paid for the shipping and import for the shipping forwarding package. And so now I'm going to quickly just process this order right here, and I'll put this in the recycle. Then yeah, that's all sorted out now. So now back to listing and rebuilding minifigures. There's been a whole bunch more real good finds, but then this one here I just thought I'd show real quick. There's a little bit of marker on the top left, you can kind of see there, so that's that. And it's a little bit discolored, and I had to change out the one arm. It was just nasty. Is this the arm here? I don't remember. No, that wasn't. But the one arm there, I might have even thrown it in the garbage right away. It was just like weird and nasty, almost like it rusted over somehow. So yeah, this torso here is 30 to 40 bucks. And if you look at it, on Iron Man, head is common. Then you have the other parts. The face visor thing goes for like 13 to 20 bucks or so. So it's a little bit pricey, but not too pricey. The legs are only about $1 to $2. And the helmet is about $3 to $4. So that puts most of the value in the torso, and the torso is selling $30 to $40. And there's none available in Canada. And what about America? Okay, America's still there at the normal prices and stuff like that, or about what it's going for. So this one here is like a $40 to $50 torso, so I can't complain about that. And a lot of stuff is being rebuilt, relisted, and stuff like that. So slowly chipping away at everything. Got all of this left, and this here is processed so far. Still has a lot more processing to do for it though, but the first sort is nearing closure, but still a couple hours of work at least. But yeah, it's now past 10 o'clock, so it's time to start pulling orders. And just a more condensed view. This here is what's left. I moved some stuff from the side, so this here is the condensed view. This is what's sold on eBay. Not too much, but that's all right. And these here are ones that have had the labels printed, and now cards need to be made for them. So there's these ones here. Might need to get more cards made sooner than later. But this is good for now. So yeah, still have those. Still have to process this and stuff like that. But I'm probably gonna end up pulling orders for the rest of the day now. And oh yeah, I don't know if I showed it yet, but this here is actually Lego. It doesn't look like it's Lego, but it is Lego. You can see the Lego logo, and it's from the old Western stuff. So that was interesting. But yeah, good progress. Lots of stuff left though. Just getting to work for the day. The lights are on because I believe someone was down here earlier. So that light's on. And so then I now got the photo station thingy, the light box. I can't remember how much I talked about it, but I got that in the mail today. Gotta love Amazon one-day delivery. That's one thing I will never complain about. So then, turn that light on, and then, okay, so this here is the light thing. Have to open it up, but upstairs, I literally just picked up the bag, and as you can see right here, the one part of it, let's get this to focus a little bit. The one part of it just completely ripped. It's supposed to be like this, and it's already ripped off like that. You can kind of see some of the strings and stuff like that. So the bag isn't necessarily high quality. So, yeah, there's that. But yeah, then I still have to pull a couple more orders, but what I'm first going to do is just like whenever you get something cool in the mail, you first have to set it up before you actually get work done. So I'm going to clear out a small area over here, probably just push most of it to the side over there, then set this up and test it out and stuff like that. And then, what was I going to say? And then, yeah, and then finish pulling orders. So yeah, then I'll just set this up and see how it goes. So yeah, I've now cleared some table space. I'm not sure if this is enough room. I might end up having to move that row of containers there. But now I'm going to set this up and see how it looks. And these, compared to the other ones, these ones actually seem to have a little bit of quality to them. Like it's actually like a plastic instead of a cheap fabric. I mean, although this isn't necessarily expensive or anything like that, it does feel like it is higher quality. Although, like with most things, it's usually cheap stuff is super light, and so this has a bit of weight to it, so that's probably somewhat affecting the apparent quality. But it's got a little bit more weight than most things. But yeah, we'll see. I'll set it up, and then I'll check back in once it's done. Step one is literally practically building the entire thing. Step one complete. And then quick updates, the image for this has now been approved. This was the old image, and then I submitted this image, and that was approved, so that's a quick bonus. It is now being constructed, and it is quite interesting. For some reason, it said online there's like 6 lights, but there's only 2. But it should still work. At least I think it said 6. I have no idea at this point. But as you can see, there's 2 light things up there, but we can attach them to the sides and the bottom as needed. So even though it's a little bit dark like this, if we get one on the sides or on the front of it, like right here to the top, then that can put light on the front of it as well, and then that should help lots. But it's now time to start pulling orders. Yogurt time. Everything is now packed up, and so once I get back, I might mess around with the photo station a little bit. I'll probably first have to change the orange-ish or peach-colored background out for a white one, and then just mess around, see if I can get 1 or 2 good photos for Bricklink or something like that, but just test it out, move the lights around and adjust it as needed. But I first have to ship stuff out, and then I can work on that for a little bit, and I still have... I'm going to just put it here so I don't forget it. Still have all of this stuff to go through that was over here from the lot in the mail. The stuff from America has shipped with DHL, and I've already got tracking, and it's already being picked up by DHL, so that should be here early next week. DHL is very fast for shipping. By far my favorite shipping company. Once you know that you do have to pay import on it, like for example, with when you order from Canada Post, not order from Canada Post, when you order from Europe and it's just shipped with a local carrier, more often than not, you won't get hit with any import costs. So I prefer the local carriers for that. But when you have a higher dollar order or it's something like that, I do prefer DHL because they charge around the average import fees and stuff like that. But you can pay online. They're the fastest one, and they're just overall very good quality. So yeah, definitely my favorite one. So glad that they shipped with them, and it was the cheapest one from them. So yeah, then I'm going to drop off the mail now. Just got back from shipping stuff out, and I kind of might have dropped, well, let's get this to focus. Why won't the camera focus? Hello? Can you focus? There we go. I might have kind of dropped the shipping container in the snow after everything was shipped out, so don't worry about stuff on the letters and stuff. But then that is something that I can't bring down right now, but I picked up all of the new shipping labels, so that's good. For some reason, they put it as 5 separate orders into one, even though it is only 1 order, but I guess maybe 5 shipping rolls or something like that, who knows. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that stuff away, mark things as shipped, and then I'm just going to mess around with this. I think this is a light diffusion thing, so yeah. Then I'm going to see if I can move the one light from there to there or down to there, and then just see if I can get that. stuff sorted out, and yeah, just a quick progress update. Well, this is my first time ordering these shipping labels from Chit Chats, and they are massive rolls. Like, this here's my old roll. Let's see if I can show the size of it. That thing was just put in there a couple days ago, and that is in comparison to these. These things are just absolutely massive in comparison, so maybe they'll last longer. All right, I've now set up the white background and moved the one light to right here so that there is now one light up top. And I'm just going to try and center the... Actually, no, I don't know if I want that centered per se, because I'm going to still have to do some testing and stuff like that. So we will see for that. So yeah, now let's turn this on. I'm going to just cover my eyes a bit. You guys can still see. So let's see here. And that is, well, it's not its max brightness. Let me turn it up a little bit. You can see a little bit brighter. And that is its max brightness. That is pretty bright. And so that is why there's a cover over it so that you don't hurt your eyes. Which is pretty decent at the blocking the light. It's not perfect. And there's covers on the top and everything like that. And you can zip it shut here. You can unzip it and open it, but in general, you can just open this and then you'll see it. So yeah, then now I'm going to do some testing around to see what are some good angles for parts and try out the light diffusion thing and see how that works. And yeah, then I'll check back in then. Why couldn't I have waited like one day before I bought before I paid for the shipping to for DHL from my US, which is the shipping forwarding company, because they just have new low rates now, and Canada up to 25% cheaper now, and DHL is the one that I used. So sometimes I'm wondering. Well, I did it again. I was unlocking and locking the door upstairs. We were opening it. Someone asked if we want our driveway shoveled. And when unlocking the door, nothing was wrong. And then I went to lock the door, and then my fingernail got caught on the door lock again, and it got ripped again. Luckily, it wasn't nearly as bad as the other times. And I don't know what this mark is here. I can't get rid of it for the life of me. Oh, wait. I give up at this point. Probably just from my sweater or something. But yeah, then it just ripped again. It's like, it never stops. But at this point, I'm used to it now, so who knows. I don't know how much I just showed, but I did, I think I exited it now. Yeah, I think so. But I did just message the help desk and ask permission to open up a second account, as, you are allowed, as per here, to open up a second account, because whenever you change your address when you are a seller, then it messes up your thing and you have to go to through verification again, and it just causes issues. And so then now with this, you are allowed to ask for a second account, and then if you get permission, then you can open up a second account, and then this one I can use for my shipping forwarding company in the States, and then I can place orders on Bricklink, and then I can place them a lot more reasonably without having to pay like $20 on shipping, and then also pay like another $20 or $30 on import costs with the $10 thing for each one, and instead can get grouped together, and it's just better that way. So I'll try to keep updated how it goes, and I'm also going to keep the form updated on how it goes. So yeah, just this left from the initial sort, and this stuff has to be put in containers, and then after that I can get back to tackling some of these drawers here. All right, so my first torso that I'm going to try to rephotograph now with the photo station thing is this one in here. It might look good, and I mean, it is probably for its time. This here is from 2011 is likely when this was added, but as you can see, it's quite choppy around the sides. You can see that it's not actually a proper PNG. There's a siding on it. It's quite blurry and fuzzy. It's crooked and stuff like that. So this one is the one that I'm going to try and get a better image of. So I'm going to be using the photo station. I'm still going to try adjusting lighting and everything like that, and then I'll just get some test results and see how it goes, and I'll keep you guys posted. Okay, so update time. It's still over there, but I tried something slightly different. I moved it forward more, which was the opposite of what I thought I had to do, because I was like, okay, with all these lights, I should probably put it farther back so it can have the lights better and stuff like that. But I pulled it forward further, and then I didn't tap on my phone to focus on the torso, and I didn't adjust the exposure at all. And 1 second, let me get it back up. It's this one right here. It's a large image, but overall I'm very happy with the results on this one here. So it seems like trying to do more work ends up in a worse result for some reason. So then yeah, this here is what it is right now. And the perfectionist for photos in me is bugging me that there's a small string or hair or something there, but I do have to get over that. And like there's a small speck right there and stuff like that, because that is practically invisible on the photos in the form and stuff like that. But going forward, if I do end up with this design, then I mean, for this one alone, I retook the photo like 4 times because I kept seeing a speck or hair and stuff like that. And looking closer, there's possibly another one there, another one here, and stuff like that. So yeah, it can't be perfectly clean, but it works. So then that is what I'm asking in the forums, because if I'm not mistaken, I think the one guy said he was a retired photographer, or he photographed but is now retired. He didn't quite say retired photographer, but in other words he did basically, and he's just helping a bit with that stuff. So then I'm just trying to get this stuff sorted out, and yeah, just a little bit left from that lot. I finished processing this stuff on the side here. This stuff here is the processed stuff that needs to be put away. These ones here, I don't think I have the parts for any of these. So these ones, actually this one I brought out because I might. This one has fallen out of the box, and yeah, so these ones here I don't have the parts for, most likely. So then these ones will go back away, although this one I took out as well for potentially for the other ones, but I don't have them right now. So these ones can go away. I'm gonna check for the torso on this one and see if I can get the photo for this torso uploaded today. Just getting to work now, and so today is Saturday, so that means I have to edit the vlog now. So this is the last clip of the vlog, and so yeah, then the goal for today is to remember to turn this light on. What was it? Okay, so I'm going to probably still do a little bit more testing with this today. Try and just figure that out a little bit more. Then I need to finish listing the last of the stuff from this slot here that's on the left. Then I need to process all of this, and then after this is processed, then there's going to be a lot more containers just like these that are full, and then I'm going to have to tackle those containers, and none of these have the glasses face, unfortunately. Excuse me. So yeah, then I'm gonna have to start processing some of those, which will end up creating a whole bunch more cards for eBay, and so on and so forth. So I've got to do all of that, and so yeah, then I'm going to do that. These here are all the minifigures that are ready to list on eBay. Probably around 70 to 80 minifigures in there. Because yeah, this thing here isn't just for photos for Bricklink. And why won't it focus? Let's focus the camera. There we go. Yeah, this isn't just for photos for eBay. There's also this one right here, which is a black background, and so that's for photos for eBay, but that probably won't be a project until next week, since I don't think I'm going to start on that until this lot is finished being processed, and at least some of the drawers, before we start on that. So then there's that. Monday, have the shipping forwarding thing arriving if all goes well. So yeah, still lots of stuff to do, and then I feel like I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, then the one person suggested on the forums that I actually use the what's it called, like 1x1 bricks and 1x1 tiles, or photos of those to compare colors, because for me, I can't tell apart of the colors of photos once I take photos of them for the life of them, and I've had a lot of issues in the past with adding photos to the catalog because the colors are always so off when I upload them. So I'm actually going to get that up and try and use that as a comparison, and then I should be able to get a couple more uploaded. Then we've got the minifigures here, which are ones that have been rebuilt either from the lot here or from couple orders that were in the mail throughout it, but like these here on the left, not this one, but this one here wasn't either, not this one. So yeah, then these 4 here were not rebuilt from the lot, but then all of these ones here were rebuilt from the lot, so I can put all of those guys away. They are listed. So yeah, then this here is just a lot of stuff to do today. And then an interesting find from yesterday was actually a pair of soccer legs from Avatar: The Last Airbender, and it was just sitting in the lot. There's no other Avatar stuff, and yeah, that's interesting. Avatar is one of the best themes, if not the best theme that Lego ever made. It's a shame that they never continued the line, but at least I was able to find that. I've found a couple other things, like in other lots I found Aang torso and legs, but nothing else really. So yeah, interesting about that. So yeah, this is the end of the vlog. Thank you for watching if you got this far. So the next vlog should be out on Saturday. It's about 1:37 p.m. And oh yeah, the Lego Bricklink designer programs sets from the very last wave have finally been processed and have been charged to the credit card. So then that's a bit pricey, but that stuff should be in the mail sooner than later, so that's good. Then yeah, lots of stuff to process. So thank you for watching if you got this far.